A legendary career reaches its final chapter. John Force, one of the most iconic figures in motorsports history, has officially stepped away from the driver's seat. On a quiet Friday afternoon inside the John Force Racing headquarters in Yorba Linda, the 16-time NHRA Funny Car World Champion announced the decision he once insisted he would never make. He is done driving a funny car. The announcement came more than a year after Force's terrifying crash at the 2024 NHRA Virginia Nationals, an accident that shook the drag racing world. The violent, high-speed collision left fans, competitors, and family fearing the worst as the Hall of Famer was rushed into a long and difficult recovery. Now 75 years old, Force spoke with a blend of honesty, humor, and humility as he explained why the time had finally come. The crash that changed everything. For decades, John Force defined himself by his toughness. He often joked that no one would take him out of the seat except the race car itself. But the crash in Richmond changed that belief forever. It's been over a year, but I've been under a doctor's care, and I still am, Force said. Don't want to get back in a car and get hit in the head? I don't. His wreck at Virginia was a brutal, wall-to-wall impact that left onlookers breathless. The event became another chapter in the long list of hits Force had taken over his career, but this one was different. This time, it forced him into months of neurological therapy, rest, and the kind of self-reflection he'd avoided for years. Force admitted the crash finally delivered the message he had refused to hear. I've said so many times, until this race car kills me, they're going to have to drag me out of the seat, he said. But the truth is, I was dragged out of the seat at Richmond. They thought it'd kill me then. I'm lucky I'm back walking. He didn't say it with sadness. He said it with clarity, the kind earned from living the kind of life only John Force has lived. A hard decision made with family and gratitude. As he reflected on the past year, Force shared how the recovery tested him in new ways. Rehab sessions, medical checkups, and quiet days at home gave him more time to think than he ever wanted. That time also gave him perspective. He spoke about his expanding family, his grandchildren, and the next generation already shaping the future of John Force racing. He also mentioned the timing of Brittany Force discussing her own future earlier in the year as another sign that everything was shifting in the right direction. It was time for me, Force said. I really love this sport. I really love NHRA. But I'm officially done with driving, and I hate to say that word. Even while retiring, he never lost the energy that made him one of drag racing's greatest entertainers. His voice, his gestures, and his storytelling carried the same spark fans have loved for decades. Retirement doesn't mean disappearing. Force made one thing crystal clear. He's not leaving the sport, and he's definitely not leaving John Force racing. I'm going to grow my operation, he said. I'm excited where it's going. The team has already been rebuilding and expanding in recent years, and Force plans to stay involved in every part of it. From team leadership to sponsorship relationships to mentoring drivers, his presence will still be felt. And in typical John Force fashion, he left the door cracked open, just enough to remind everyone that the drag racer inside him hasn't completely gone quiet. I won't say I won't ever get in the car and warm it up, he said with a grin. Or maybe even make a burnout. Don't know. The room filled with laughter. Force smiled, and for a moment it felt like old times again. They always say never, he added. So I won't say it. But I'm done racing. That part's official. A legacy that can never be replaced. John Force's retirement marks the end of one of the greatest driving careers in motorsports history. 16 Funny Car World Championships. More than 150 national event wins. Countless new fans brought into the sport because of his charisma, his passion, and his relentless drive. He didn't just compete in drag racing. He reshaped it. He helped build teams, develop young talent, partner with sponsors, and push the sport onto national television. He stood up for safety after his 2007 accident and helped lead changes that protect drivers today. Force's impact reaches beyond trophies. His legacy lives in every driver he inspired, every fan he reached, and every moment he gave to the sport he loved more than anything. His final announcement reflected everything that made him special: honesty, courage, humor, and heart. John Force may be done driving, but he will forever remain the heartbeat of NHRA drag racing.